welcome back to the one and only Whatever Buddy podcast. Today is Whatever Buddy Wednesday, and it's great to be back. On this week's episode, Johnny never learns from his mistakes. Ryan learns the tricks of Chipotle. They talk Japanese hand jobs, and apparently, Johnny's owed Ryan money for years without any knowledge. Plus, much, much more. So yes, it's that time again. Put on your favorite Speedo, douse yourself in some hot sauce, chase with a Corona, of course, and enjoy the show. Whether you like it or not, here's Ryan and Johnny. So Ryan Harris, I did it again.
First start with
hi.
hello.
Hello.
Hopefully
everybody.
good to see me.
How are you? Well, it's always good to see you, especially when you're like matching your... See, now that I learned this the other day about the shoes and the buckles and all that shit you were talking about, the fact that I see the red plaid shirt with the red in the Rolling Stones shirt, there is no question in my mind you planned that.
It's just good style, dude. It matches. It just, what do you want me to wear a black t-shirt every day?
Do you want to see how unmatching I am?
Do that, but black matches green, dude.
Yeah, it just looks weird because it's like this weird diarrhea looking green.
I have a pair of those too. Yeah, it's always, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but then every time I go to wear them, I don't think I like that color green.
So I did it again.
Am I supposed to guess what you did again?
Sure, go ahead.
If I had to guess, I'm going to say you late night online ordered stuff again.
Late night online
Am I right?
ordered custom Vans again.
Dude.
However, hold on. Let me tell you, there's a good caveat here. This actually worked out in my favor. My whole fuck up before saved me money, and I'll tell you how. When they refunded my money, and as like I discussed last week, that I had a practically brand new pair of shoes on, that I was like, well, I don't need to order them anymore. So I was like, I'm not going to order them. But then I got that email last night at around 11:30 at night that said Black Friday sale. So
seemed like a great idea at the time.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like $25 off 75, $30 off a $100 order, and then $50 over $150. So each one of
$50 off an order of $150
or more. Yeah, I got a really good deal. So each custom pair cost $105. Right.
Okay.
I ended up getting each custom pair for $80 because I used that Black Friday sale. So I ended up saving $50 by going through that whole mess. It's better than the $30 they were going to credit me.
Now I caught you in a lie.
What lie?
Okay, so here's my question too. So we spoke about the van situation and the order that you messed up last week. And I asked you, are you the kind of guy that gets one pair of shoes, wears them into the ground until you have to throw them away, and then you get another pair of shoes? And you said, yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you now have 3 pairs of custom shoes coming to you? 3?
Well, I have two coming to me. There's only a reason why I ordered 2 shoes.
And then you have the new pair on that you unboxed.
The kind of new pair. Yeah.
So you're going to go...
They were already unboxed.
You're going to have three pairs of shoes now.
Yeah, but only one
pair of shoe guy to a 3 pair of shoe guy.
Only one active pair. Those 2 pairs will sit in the box until this pair is done. And then when this pair is done, I will only use one of those pairs. Now, with that being said, here's the one downfall. Check this out.
You're not excited to get them? You don't want to wear them when you get them?
No, I'll wear them when I'm ready to.
Oh, I don't want to say it's weird. It's just different. I don't run
well, shoes aren't important to me. If I got a new cymbal, I would throw it up right away and want to play it immediately. Right?
You're like one of those people that are like, I eat to live, no, I don't live to eat.
But did you ever? I am one of those people. Did you ever see the shit I eat? Nothing. I do enjoy eating, but I'm limited to 4 things.
You sent me a Thanksgiving picture that looked delicious.
Yeah, it was all my 4 things. It was steak, it was potato, and it was corn. It was 3 of the 4, and a little pasta.
It's a weird combination to put that all together. Corn goes with potatoes and steak, but then you have pasta, which doesn't
that's a little
go
side
with
dish.
Any of that.
Little side dish. Girlfriend's idea. And I was like, yeah, I like that idea.
Hey, buddy, be happy. That's all. That's
So
fine.
check this out. So the only reason I got 2 pairs of shoes is because I couldn't decide. Do you want to see what I ordered? I'll show you what I ordered. If you want to see. Why not? Right?
Yeah. Oh, well, I think it would be appropriate to show anybody listening what got you so excited.
Okay, so I couldn't decide. This cost me before
$175 worth of shoes.
Right. That's with tax. Okay. When I ordered them last time, it was $225 or so, or maybe $230.
$175 for 2 pairs of custom shoes, right? Yeah, it's not bad.
Now, see, I couldn't before I show you these, I couldn't figure out which pair, so I got them both. So what I'm thinking is, the next time I do open up a pair of shoes, here are the shoes. Now, I double checked them and made sure they were all ordered right this time, that they were the black suede and all that other stuff. But I was thinking, since I couldn't decide on which pair, that I'd get both pairs. And then I even took it a step further and thought to myself, well, when I'm ready to open up a pair of shoes, maybe I open up both pairs of shoes and wear one of each. And that'll be my fucking thing. One turquoise, one magenta. What do you think?
I mean, I don't hate the idea. I mean, they're already kind of like fluorescent colors anyway, so why not wear one of each?
The only downfall that I thought to that idea was this. What happens if I do that, and then when I'm done with that pair of shoes, I don't really want to wear the same combination again? Now I'm stuck with one of each shoe.
Do you have to decide how willing to commit to
easily a year's worth of shoe wearing?
Yeah, are you gonna want to do that for a year?
Right.
Here's where I would say get both shoes out, wear them however you want. Sometimes you wear the green, sometimes you wear the pink, sometimes you wear one of each, whatever. It matches our logo. That's cool.
It does match our logo. That should be the magenta one.
Why not wear both?
The official shoe of the What Everybody podcast.
Why not just have both available? That's what I don't understand. You don't have to keep them in the box.
I'll tell you why. Do you want to really know why?
Yeah. What's your...
I get annoyed if like my shoes sit around long enough to collect dust, and then I got to de-dust them. And I don't switch shit up. I really am just like, oh, that means I got to take my insoles out of this shoe and put them in that shoe. You know, you ever just leave shoes in the closet? Next thing you know, they're a bit dusty. You're like, oh, they're a little dusty.
Almost never has that happened to me, and I have 100 pair of shoes.
Oh,
now what? Okay, you know what?
I don't know what that says.
You know what is annoying. You know what is annoying though. If you don't wear a pair of shoes for a while and then you wear them, like the sole gets messed up. Yeah,
inside dust.
They kind of like crumble.
That's why, this is why I leave them in the box until I'm ready to wear them.
Okay, man. Let me know. Hey. Keep me posted.
I'll keep you posted. I just want you to know that I went and I double checked to make sure the colors were right, so that if it should come messed up this time, this is definitely on them. But here, real quick, to close this up, they gave me a $30 credit, which I did not get. They just gave me my money back for all the shoes, right? $236.50 or something like that. In the end, I ended up getting $50 off, which I guess you could say I came out $20 ahead of what would have happened before.
Yeah, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. I had a thought the other day that was kind of comforting. It's like, man, like how am I going to be remembered? It's like, well, put a fair amount of music out. Put a fair amount of videos out. Don't plan on stopping either of those. So if all goes well, I'll put a fair amount more out. And it's like there'll be things that live on past me that I've created. That's kind of comforting, you know?
Absolutely. I was thinking about that. I was in Nashville last week recording a very special thing with my buddy Hugh. As we all know, my buddy Hugh passed to COVID. And but he had left behind a bunch of vocal tracks with guitar, just like him singing all of the songs he's ever written. He documented and just did it with an acoustic guitar and a vocal. And we took 5 of those songs and we took the vocal tracks, the acoustic guitar track, and Hugh was the first singer of my band. So the rest of the guys from my first band, except one guy, decided not to show up.
How did you get the tracks?
Huey sent them to Chad, like randomly, like, God, I don't know, 5 years ago. I was like, hey, dude, I did all this. You should check out the stuff. And he basically just gave Chad a hard drive.
Yeah.
Or one of those.
So wow.
And had all of his music, not just those acoustic songs, but anything he's ever done, from the Hudells to his solo stuff to his band Gary 84, the High V's, all the bands he's ever been in. But he had this one section where he has them in folders, and he broke them down to years. For every song from when he was a little kid to present, he documented with an acoustic guitar and a vocal track.
How many
took
were
5
on it?
songs. Tons.
Yeah.
We took, we took 5, and we basically made an album or an EP with my first band. But what's crazy is, you were saying that thing about being remembered and you're leaving music behind. I actually had that thought while sitting in the studio last week, just listening to him sing, like, wow, he's not here, but he feels so present. And
yeah,
he left this behind. It's like, it's real. That's the greatest thing about music. Like, you hear a John Lennon song, Lennon's dead, and we never had the chance to see him or anything like that. But
yeah,
that's John Lennon.
Yeah, I've said that before. It's like the Beatles will never die. The Rolling Stones will never die. Like, the people will, but what they did will be
any
on.
band that's ever recorded anything will never die because there's a recording.
I mean, what year did Beethoven live? Was it like the 1500s or something like that? It's like still talked about just as much today as probably back.
Yeah, but we don't talk about Beethoven's nemesis at the time, whoever that might have been.
What?
Whoever the other people, we hear Beethoven, right? But
Yes.
how many of those other kind of dudes were there that we never heard of? Not saying they were as good as Beethoven. I'm just saying that he had to have a nemesis, the guy that he was always trying to be better than. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the same. It's the same conversation as comparing yourself to the Rolling Stones. It's like there's only one Rolling Stones. You know, I talk about the Stones a lot.
Well, you're wearing their shirt. It could be subliminal.
I love them. They're amazing.
Man, I like the Stones. I do like the Stones, but like, it bores me after a short while.
Hey, man.
I would take the Beatles over the
To
Stones.
each their own.
We have a friend. You and I have a mutual friend who says the Beatles suck. Do you know that, right?
I just, if anytime I hear somebody say the Beatles suck, just get out, leave, go away.
All right, now he had an explanation.
Now you can
for
say
it. He
you
had
don't
an
like their
explanation
music.
for it.
You can say you don't like their music. They do not suck. There's a difference.
Well, did he say it's? I don't know. He's not a Beatles guy, and his reason for that is this. The reason is that he's a huge Elvis guy, and that the Beatles came in and pretty much destroyed Elvis like grunge came in and destroyed glam metal. So that is the reason
real,
why.
Though? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Well, this is what he told me.
The Beatles destroyed Elvis?
When the Beatles came out, like that, pretty much like Elvis was the shit up until then, and then Beatles were like.
And then
Elvis.
he went and that was when he turned into like Fat Vegas Elvis.
Fat Vegas Elvis, who was bloated and probably wasn't doing so good.
I don't know, man.
How old was Elvis when he died?
I don't know. He's still a legend. He's another one that'll never be forgotten.
Yeah.
That's interesting logic. I never thought of the Beatles as being an Elvis killer.
No, but even so, I think they did the right thing.
I never got it. I guess, okay, so I never got into Elvis.
Me neither. I mean, there's Elvis songs that I like, but I just never.
Yeah, there's songs that I like.
Did you want to talk about some creepy chauvinistic stuff? Go watch some of his movies, man. He's like, God, that hashtag Me Too movement was not happening then.
I can honestly say I don't think I've ever sat down and put on Elvis music. It's
never.
Like you sit down.
I know I've never
sit
done
down,
that.
put on whatever. I'll sit down and listen to whatever. But I don't think I've ever sat down and been like, I am choosing Elvis today.
Yeah, that's never happened.
Weird.
That's never happened for me. Ever. Hey,
Am I boring you?
No, man, I'm tired. What else is new?
So you remember a little while back, I had a really dumb idea. I was like, I wonder if Billy Gibbons goes out in public and like disguises himself so people don't know it's Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it was really stupid. It was really stupid, and it wasn't.
It was
funny.
literally like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So a friend of ours sends me a video of Billy Gibbons out in public.
After he heard the podcast?
Yeah, after he heard my terrible idea. He's like, hey, check this out. So Billy Gibbons was out in public and nobody recognized him.
Was he dressed up? It's totally Billy Gibbons or a guy who looks like him.
He looks like he just came from sound check. But
He's
check
in
this
Helsinki.
out. How do you know it's Oh, because it says it. Yes, this is Billy Gibbons in Helsinki, just jamming on the street.
Like,
What's that?
is they paying Pink Floyd?
He's just jamming, dude.
Sounds like Floyd. People probably just think he's like some dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that people recognize him, but no one stopped and watched, or no one, like, this is just like Billy Gibbons incognito mode, dude, you know?
I mean, yeah.
I saw him in Trader Joe's one time.
He used to hang out at the piano bar all the time.
Yeah. I was walking out of Trader Joe's one day, and someone was like, hey, Billy. Turned around, I was like, it's Billy Gibbons. Sweet.
Yeah, it is.
But I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed watching that video. It's just he's just jamming, having fun. You can tell, like, he looks like he's enjoying himself, having fun. I stumbled across something the other day that I don't think would fly in America. It's a game show from Japan. You want any guesses to what it's called?
I think
it's called Handjob Karaoke.
What?
Look at this, dude.
Handjob Karaoke? That could do really well in America. What's the premise of this show?
The premise is they take these people that are self-proclaimed, like, they're good at karaoke. They get a rating. So, like, they'll sing karaoke on their own and they'll get rating like 1 to 10. And then they have these girls give them a hand job while they're singing karaoke to see if they could get a better score than when they sang the first time.
Is this on like public television in Japan?
Yeah. So this is the guy singing the song originally, and then now he's...
Is he supposed to be singing right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. That's fucking hilarious. Does this guy fail, obviously?
Yeah, they all fail. But how bad do you want to be on
Has there ever been a winner?
That's the only video I saw on the topic, but how bad do you want to be on TV?
I mean, do they get paid for that? Who gets paid there? Do the chicks get paid to give the hand job? Do the dudes get paid to get the hand job?
They have to.
Interesting.
Maybe they only get paid if they sing better than they did originally. Maybe that's the only way that you win. Why would you want to do that on TV?
I don't know.
Like,
well, listen,
like,
dude, well,
imagine a perfect
fairness.
scenario. Imagine a
fairness.
perfect scenario. How's the guy come across looking good in that situation?
It's a different culture because the reality is you can go to other countries and like look at a newsstand and there's just titty magazines on the right out in the open like it's nothing, or you have nudity on public television, you know, in other countries and stuff. So
that's
not
my question.
No, but maybe it's just a cultural thing where why maybe that's not frowned upon. Maybe they don't look at that as taboo as like Americans would.
I don't either. But what I'm saying is my question.
I do. I wouldn't want to be on TV getting.
Why would you want to be on TV doing that?
I don't know. I guess because he had a chance to win $1 million. They get scored prior to the hand job, and then they get scored with the version with the hand job. And if he beats,
I like that we're making up our own rules.
But that's what I think it said. I was reading the bottom of the screen. It said if he got a better score, that I think it said he'd win $1 million. It was like underneath. It was like a translation.
The challengers this time are young lads who boast that their singing scores of over 90. They win 1 million yen.
How much is that? Is that like $100,000 maybe? I have no idea what the conversion is.
My only translation is because in Squid Games they won 46 billion yen, and it was like winning like 46 million.
It's only $8,838.85.
1 million. So 1 million yen is $8,000.
$8,838.85. There's a lot of eights in that. It's 8838.85.
Would you do that for $8,000?
No, sure not. No way.
I sprung a topic by you the other day because I was venting. I was watching football, and that announcer voice, man. I
was going to bring up Merrill Reese. That guy's got a voice.
Because the guy, Chris Myers on Fox Sports, I was watching, this was a while back. It was a Steeler game. They were playing, I forget who. I think Packers maybe. But they're doing like the whole like 5. I can't even do it. 2nd and 5. Put Chris Myers in and just let the video speak for itself.
Oh, this guy. I know this guy. Touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, he's been around forever. But man, some of the ways.
Cook is into the end zone. Touchdown Vikings.
Touchdown
Vikings. That whole thing. That whole thing.
Yeah, totally.
Like, is that a result of just trying to speak clearly? 5. 2nd touchdown Vikings. What is that?
What a cool job that would be.
It'd be
My
awesome.
job is to just go to
Talk about football
games. Actually, it's probably hard as shit because like you got to know numbers, you got to know names, you got to be able to call like what's going on.
You have to know every player.
I can't watch the whole field and see what's going on all at once. When my team has the ball, I really I watch the quarterback or I watch where the wide receivers are going. When my defense there, I watch nothing of the other team's offense and I just look at the defensive players on the screen because I can't look at the whole thing and follow that shit. And those guys have to.
Could you imagine being an announcer for hockey? How fast that game moves? That'd be crazy. That'd be so hard.
Yeah.
You have to be like one of those
There's less guys on the
speakers.
ice, though. There's less guys on the ice. Football, you got 11 guys on each side. Hockey, you got 5 guys on each side.
Yeah.
Plus the goalie.
Oh, they're all different. Each sport has like its different challenges. Like announcing baseball. Like baseball's a slow moving sport, but you got a lot of dead air to fill.
Well, you
versus
bring up
football
like,
or hockey, where like there's
Billy
action
Bob
going on.
came
so
up
it's
to the
easy
plate. He's hitting at 275. He likes to go to Sizzler on Sundays. He likes the salad bar.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of the bacon bits. Oh wait, here comes the pitch. Foul ball. So back to Sizzler. He's at Sizzler, and his wife says, "Hey, Bobby boy," like that's baseball.
They like mix in, they mix in like they mix in stories about the people and stuff, and like hockey,
Fun
there's
facts.
no time to do that.
There's
Yeah,
no
fun
time.
fact.
Yeah. Did you see any of the football on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Dallas game was a really good game, and I'm glad they lost.
a good game.
I'm an Eagles fan, as we all know. So Tony Romo's calling the game, and it was awesome to hear Tony Romo call out. Tony Romo don't give a shit. He calls out.
Tony
like, do you
Romo's
ever
a good
notice-
announcer.
He's great. He's great. Do you ever notice that anybody involved when it comes to the NFL are very, very leery of saying anything bad about officiating ever? Whether it's an announcer, whether it's a coach, whether it's a player. And
There
Tony
was the
Romo
one
had
play-
no
there was the one
qualms
play
where
where-
he's like, that is not a penalty. He thought
Yeah.
Dallas was getting the penalty. Then the Raiders got the penalty. He thought Dallas came off
Other way
sides,
around.
but then they called him.
He thought the Raiders
Ra-
jumped up. Yeah, he thought the Raiders jumped
He
up. Or
thought
was
the
it
Raiders
other
were
way
going to
around?
get. Yeah, he thought the Raiders were going to get the first down because the Dallas
And they called it on the
jumped.
center 'cause he
and
looked
then they
down.
called right, and he's like, they do that every play. That is the worst call ever. It's just
Yeah, he's like, that is not a penalty.
almost cost them the game.
Sports announcers, man, dude.
What a cool gig, though. You get to travel.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
You get to go to sporting events. You know, you probably, I don't know, have people who admire you in your own right. You can totally see what was the famous guy who used to talk like this? What was that guy's name? The most famous sports guy. He was like on ABC Wide World. of
Howard
Sports.
Cosell.
Okay.
There was Howard
Could you imagine?
Cosell.
I could totally see how. That's what I was talking about. I could totally see Howard
Yeah.
Cosell getting a blowjob under the table while he's doing his gig. Because
Oh, you went there. Okay, you went there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got fans.
Oh, in the history of sports broadcasting, it's probably has happened.
Sure, Chris. What's his name? Your dude. You don't think fucking the guy he's doing it with ain't
That's
blowing
why
him
he
under
get.
the
That's
table?
that's where that voice comes from. That's where the voice comes from. So he's like 5.
Yeah. Why do you think Aikman's so fucking pissed off? Because the other guy was fucking up his blowjob.
Yeah. Oh wow. Well, I think we got to
went
the
there.
bottom of that one. All right, so here's what happened. We didn't plan anything for this podcast, and I know you're sitting over there right now thinking
Not
that
really.
yeah, you're over there right now thinking like, well, Ryan probably has some things prepared, so I'm just going to sit back and add my 2 cents. And I do have
why
a
not?
topic,
Why not?
but I didn't.
3 cents or 4 cents.
Well, I do have
Why
a topic.
Why are you lowballing me?
But I wanted to bring that up first because we're getting a little lax and I don't like it. Or maybe we're getting lax and it's making the podcast better. I don't know. Might be making it worse.
Or maybe it was just a really big week or busy week, and we couldn't find the time to get together and write a podcast.
Yeah.
It was Thanksgiving. I was out of town for a week.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm not going to rag on you. I mean, yeah, we're busy. But
You're not ragging on just me. You're ragging on both of us.
well, what are your thoughts on the McRib?
You know, that's an interesting one. I'm glad you brought
Yeah.
that up.
Let me dive a little deeper before you give me your thoughts because
Please
I've never
do.
had one.
Me neither.
Never had one.
But I'm intrigued, and I love ribs. And I love ribs. And,
I
and
love
you know what's
ribs.
funny?
This is-
Dude, look at this.
Dude, you're eating the McRib? It's not ribs.
This is from the
Barbecue
AMPM.
ribs.
I got this on the way over
You
here.
had
today.
that?
I brought this on the way over here.
Well, maybe I shouldn't show you the video that I found then because I found a video of them, like how they prepare a McRib. It's not something I would ever eat.
Yeah, dude, but that's like going and watching. I love chicken nuggets. You know, the chicken McNuggets.
Oh, that video.
I've
of how
never
they make
seen that
chicken nuggets,
video.
and you'll never eat them again.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you'll
know
never eat 'em
this
again.
much. I know this much. It's not what they used to be. They used to be just all the different fucking pieces and shit. And now they have to use white meat. That's another thing about going into other countries where they have regulations on what they're allowed to. Here's the problem with America, brother. They have no things like they can just fill all the animals up with stuff to make more money, because in America we like everything bigger and better, right? The problem is it's bigger and not better, because the quality of eating all that terrible shot up with hormone stuff is bad. You go to other countries, you don't have to worry about the fact that that's not white. Well, not all countries, but you go to some of the ones that have the regulations. You know, of course that's white meat in a chicken McNugget because you have to. So no, I don't want to see it, but I wish you wouldn't have watched that video, because I'm intrigued by the McRib.
It's got that. It looks like a xylophone. It's like cookie cutter rib shape? What's that all about?
I don't know, but people must like it though, because
People
comes
love it.
every year. Every year the thing,
Yeah.
McRib is back. It's like McRib. I don't
McRib
know. I
is
never
back.
had one. I never had.
Let's go
if
get
I'm going
one.
to go to McDonald's, which I don't do very often anymore. You want to go get one? Just say.
I'm just curious. At this point, I'm curious.
So do me a favor and bring it up on the next podcast. I want you to go to a McDonald's, videotape this whole experience.
Yeah.
Get a McRib. Unpackage it make an unpackaging video of the McRib.
This podcast is starting to turn into homework, dude.
What was it? What was it originally?
Well, originally I was going to play the Comfortably Numb solo and send it to Guitar Daily Instagram page and see if they posted me playing it.
If you did it in a thong,
now I got to go to
I
McDonald's.
Said, if dude, do it in a Speedo, they'll play it. If you do it like that, they will not. Guaranteed.
Do you think if I go to the McDonald's drive-thru in a Speedo, I'll get my McRib for free?
Maybe, depending on who it is that is selling it. I'll find you a coupon. I'll find you a coupon if you were to do that. If you're like, I'm going to go get a McRib in my Speedo, if it's free, I'll be like, I'll find you a free McRib. Give me 5 minutes. And I'll send you a fucking coupon and you'll get it for free. And you have to roll up with nothing on but a Speedo and be like, and a mask because you don't want them to breathe on them. And
or see your face.
Or see your face. No, fucking yeah, like they should see your face. Damn straight,
Question,
be proud.
So
loud and proud.
So side note question for you. That sandwich that you have, what's the difference between that and a McRib? Is that just the 7-Eleven's version of McRib?
Well, it's not a 7-Eleven, it's AM PM. Yeah, AM
generic.
PM is like actually that's one of their known sandwiches that they have there. I guess one
sandwich?
of the yeah. I never buy sandwiches in gas stations because it's almost impossible to get it. Like if I'm on the run, I'm like, oh man, I'd love to get that chicken sandwich, but it's got all this shit on it. No, I'm not going to get it.
Yeah.
Why I like this is these are plain, and because at this particular convenience store they have all like the stuff you want to put on it next to it, so I can get that the way I like it with just barbecue sauce on it. Dude, I'll tell you what, I love those, and I got one a few months ago, and I didn't like it. I was like, man, this is funky. And I was like, I'll never eat that again. And then this morning I was driving over here, and I'm going to be here all day because I'm recording some drum tracks after this. And I was like, I'm not going to have a chance to go out and get lunch. I kind of am craving one of those rib sandwiches from the AM PM. So I stopped there because it's on.
So you had one, you didn't like it, but today you.
I used to eat them
craving
all the time. I had them all the time, and I loved them. And then I got a bad one. I did like it, and then I got a bad one the last time I got it.
I can relate to that.
You know, now
I don't
just
eat
had a craving
Chipotle.
for it.
I don't eat
love
Chipotle.
How do you?
I love Chipotle.
I love it.
I love it. It's delicious. But I got
amazing. It's
one of
my
those.
favorites.
I got one of those burritos. I got one of those burrito bowls, or like the Chipotle salad, whatever it was, one time. And I was halfway through eating it, and there was it had like a rock in it or something, or like something. It was like plaster, like something fell from the ceiling into the food. And I've had since that was like probably 8 years ago or something like that. I've had Chipotle once since then.
If
and guess
you
what?
had to guess,
I liked it.
Yeah, if you had to guess what I get at Chipotle, what would it be?
You? Oh, well, you get chicken, rice, and nothing else.
Well, you got to get a little more specific. See, their rice comes with cilantro. I first annoy the guy making my burrito or bowl right out of the gate by saying, "Can I get some brown rice with no cilantro, please?" He goes, "You want plain brown rice?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, and then gives him that look.
Why? What's wrong with that?
I'll be right back. He's got to go to the back and get it. It's, at this point, I'm backing his lineup. I'm backing his lineup.
Sorry.
Usually, it always happens.
Sorry, I got to pay you.
To give you an example, I went in there last week, nobody in there. And I'm like, can I get some brown rice with no cilantro? For whatever reason, it took this guy fucking forever to get it. By the time he came back, there was like 7 people behind me. It's like,
dude,
not my fault you were fucking slow on the move, bro.
So neurotic. You're so neurotic. It's amazing.
So then, here, you want to hear some pointers, dude? Let me tell you how to
brown rice takes longer to cook too. So
it's healthier for me. So I'm gonna do that.
Nothing wrong with getting brown rice.
That's what I'm saying. It's healthier for me than the white rice. So I'll wait for the brown rice, whatever, if it takes longer to cook. So here's how you save money at Chipotle. You get a three-pointer. Chipotle. You get this thing, what they call a three-pointer. Now, keep in mind, protein, any meat counts as 2. So if you were to get a bowl, you would get, for me, I could do, okay, if I wanted a burrito as a three-pointer, to get this.
Spit it out. I was following you.
It'll normally cost $9.50. I'll get it for $6.50 by doing this, or $5.50 by doing this. Just getting 3 items. Chicken counts as 2. The rice counts as 1. The tortilla is free. And same with the bowl. So that'll just be a three-pointer. I'll pay $5.50. If I got hot sauce on that, they would charge me the $9.50 because now 4 items. The rice, the chicken, because the chicken counts as 2.
Okay.
And the hot sauce. That would be 4. So the trick is I'll get it that way.
Add the hot
and
sauce later.
I'll ask for a hot sauce on the, not even later, just as I'm paying. Can I get a side of hot sauce? They'll give me the hot sauce. Now it just costs them more money because now they're putting it in a cup. Now they're spending money to give me the hot sauce for free.
What
when they could have
stops
just
them
put
from
it.
just charging. Why don't they charge you for, or do you pay? And then after you pay, you ask for the hot sauce?
No, they ring up the three-pointer. I go, I go, could I get a side of hot sauce? They give me a side of hot sauce.
Yeah. I like to call this segment Life Hacks with Johnny U.
well, no, but I mean, it's just like just finding their stupid loophole. Like, just put the fucking hot sauce on it. Save yourself the food
loopholes.
cost. You got the cost. No, I'm teaching them a lesson. Now your manager is coming up to you at the end of the day going, you know what, guys, we gotta be cool with our side cups because my food costs are through the roof.
Hey, guys.
Just put the sauce on the burrito as part of the three-pointer, bro. Save
Hey, guys,
the food cost.
Did that weird neurotic guy with the pink shoes come in again and ask for more hot sauce?
You know what happened the other day? I went in there.
You mean that guy that when he comes in and he's always coughing all the time?
I go in there the other day, the same trip with the 7 people behind me. And I go, how many? I go, do you have a small chips? She goes, we have a kid's chips. And it comes in a bag. It's like this big. And it's 6 inches for anybody who can't see. And I go, how many chips
Small bag
are
of
in
chips,
that?
I think, is very self-explanatory.
No, because there's the regular bag of chips and then there's the big bag of chips. So you might be thinking the smaller of the two, but this is the kid size. So I go, how many chips are in that? She goes, about 7. And the difference between the kids one and the regular one, I mean, like 7 chips to 30 chips, like easily, right?
Oh.
And I said, how much is the kids one? She goes, $1.35. I go, how much is the regular one? She goes, $1.75. I go, well, in that case, I'll take the regular one. She goes, okay.
Yeah.
And she brings it over. She goes, I'm just going to give you the chips for free today because you had to wait. I was like, oh, thank you. Can I get a side of hot sauce?
Dude. You're that guy. Like
What
most people would be like, oh, that was super. Like it was a good experience because they gave me the chips for free. You're like, well, they gave me the chips for free. Yeah, they'll probably give me the hot sauce for free too. While you're at it, can you validate my parking?
Well, yeah. Well, if they could and I had to pay for it, why wouldn't I ask for that?
I don't know.
You know
what, man? There's nothing wrong with that.
I was going to say, what am I doing that's taking this critique the way that I'm taking it? What's going on here?
I have a hard time asking for things. That's on me, and I was projecting it onto you.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a hard time asking for things.
You're just jealous of my skill to be able to get the shit I want.
In certain places. In certain,
I'd love to hear in what places you don't. What places you don't.
What places I don't is whenever it's annoying.
Which is all the time.
There was one time, I remember we were on tour, and you came up to me, you go, yo, let me borrow $20. You go, I'll pay you back. For fact this happened, you go, let me borrow $20. Okay, I gave you $20. Guess who never got his $20 back? This guy.
Why didn't you tell me? I don't remember. I'll give you $20.
Well, because again, to repeat myself, I don't like asking for things. So I don't want to come up to you and be like, well, how about that $20?
I would have done that. I'd be like, Ryan, you owe me $20.
Yeah, probably. And for me, it was easier to just let it go and not bring it back up. So that's my mistake.
Well, you know what? And in this case, I'm going to say, all right, well, that's your loss then, because you just need to ask me for the $20 that I owe you. I don't remember. Tell me when I borrowed this money. I would
Dude.
never intentionally
Years
fuck you out
ago.
of $20. I would never intentionally.
Which
fuck
is
you out of
why
$20.
I'm still your friend and I'm not mad about it because I realized that you probably
How
just
come-
forgot. And
This
it was
was
easier
years
for
ago.
me. It was easier for me to just be like,
But you've been
don't
carrying this.
worry
Think
about it, Ryan.
think about this for a second. You go, he probably forgot. It's 8
Yeah.
years later. I still haven't forgotten. Nor have I even enlightened him to tell him. And meanwhile, you're probably looking at me this whole time going, this motherfucker still hasn't brought
Owes
up
me
the
$20.
$20 he
Still
owes
owes
me
me $20
from 8 years ago.
yeah. Talking about, hey, let me show you how to spend $5 instead of $9 at Chipotle. It's like, well, let me show you how to earn $20. Just ask Ryan.
Yeah, that's funny.
Also,
That's funny.
I don't care, Johnny. You ask me an example of like when
Wow, that's
when is
crazy.
it bad
'cause
for me to
Had I never asked you that, you would have never told me that I owed you
Yeah.
$20, and I would still be rolling around. I'll sell you $20 fucking right now. Fuck shit.
No,
Whenever
because
go on
I
an
don't
airplane ride.
care. I don't
Shit,
care.
dude.
It was just it's something that was there whenever you say, well, how's that come back to
Well,
how is it
I
bad to be afraid of asking
I care
for things?
because I like to be known as an honest guy. I'd never in a million years fuck you out of 20. Fucking my true Larry David is coming out now. Like, come on, man. God.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, man. I mean, you can sell me $20 if you want. I won't turn it down around the holiday season.
Well, I'll tell you, I do think it's a little crazy that you did. I am dumbfounded by this. 'Cause
It's
I had
weird.
no
It's
idea.
weird that I hung on to that and had that and like was able to recall it. Because honestly, like, I don't care.
How many times have you thought about that since then?
That's a valid question, and I don't have an answer for it because it's not something that it's not
How many
something
times
that
during
bothers me. It's not
the
something-
life
but
of the
I remember it.
podcast? How many times during the life of the podcast have you sat across from me thinking to yourself, still owes me $20? I haven't given it to me.
Just now. Just now. Like, I'm also aware that whenever we get to venues, like, you're the dude that made sure that we got food. You're the dude that squares away the payment. So, like, I'm not saying one justifies the other, but it's like,
You were tipping me essentially.
I loan you. No, it's like, I loaned you a couple of bucks. I helped you out. Well, on the flip side, like, you're pulling your weight in another area. It didn't bother me. Like, I don't know.
So technically, I don't owe you $20. Technically, you were giving me a $20 tip.
Oh, you offered to pay me back though, so I'll just have to.
Now I'm on the hook for
Just
it.
have to.
Maybe I'll let you borrow my magentas for a day.
Dude, what size shoe do you wear?
A 10.
All right, shoe boy. How you want to wrap it up?
Well, I was thinking about getting some Magnums or Trojans. Oh, bad. Woo!
Oh,
Well, I do want to wrap it up by saying thank you for everybody for listening to the What Everybody podcast today. Please, whatever you do, if you could take the time, subscribe, leave a comment, anything, good or bad, we don't care. Just leave something. We want to know you're listening. And if you want to watch, go to the YouTubes, youtubes.com. Ryan's very handsome in his red plaid with the matching red Rolling Stone shirt today. That's
thank
what
you.
I'm talking about.
Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for the compliment. And go to whateverbuddy.com.
And for Thanksgiving, I just want to tell everybody I'm very thankful for all of you, and I'm very thankful for you, Ryan Harris, and our podcast, and everybody else, my band, and everybody. I'm very thankful for all of you in my life. So, happy Thanksgiving to all. And yeah, we'll see you next time here on the What Everybody podcast. Have a good week.
Thanks, buddy. See you next time.
Thank you very much for joining us on the What Everybody podcast today. We had a blast. Do us a favor. Subscribe anywhere you listen. Leave a comment. Leave a rating. If you want to see us, go to the youtubes.com. But until next week, we'll miss you here on the What Everybody podcast. Have a good week.